Welcome to Sam's Russian Adventures. I'm Sam, an English guy living in provincial Russia. Now today we're going to be talking about house prices in Russia. All different houses from $100 all the way up to millions. Now before we get started today, because the weather's now really nice, I've started going for little walks in the morning. And so I want to ask you, is there any topic you want me to cover where it's just me talking to the camera about a specific topic, just walking around the neighborhood, and maybe cover something that you'd like me to cover? Let me know in the comments. So here we've got our war memorial, and every little town or village has one of these, and this is a very small village, but look, here's the names of the people who died fighting fascism, and you can see, look how many Kuzmins there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people died from the same family from here. It's only like 3 or 4 families and the whole families have died, look. So before I show you the prices of the houses, I think it's important to cover something. If you're at the stage where you're probably looking to purchase a house in Russia, then you're probably at the stage where you're thinking to apply for a residency. So how residency works in Russia, there's kind of 2 ways to go about getting it, right? The first way is through marriage. If you're married to a Russian citizen, you qualify automatically for the right to apply for residency. The second way is each town and each area where you're going to be applying for residency, they have an allocation of spaces each year. Sometimes they have intakes like twice throughout the year or 4 times throughout the year, right? A couple of Russian traditional dachas. So obviously lots of people apply for residency, but not everybody qualifies. And who qualifies depends completely on the immigration officer. They decide if you qualify or not. There's a certain amount of spaces available, and loads of people are going to go and say, I want to become a resident, and they decide whether or not you're able to apply, whether or not you fit the criteria. But the thing is, there's no actual real criteria. That's the problem. Some people say that, you know, if you've lived in Russia for a certain amount of time, but some Russian cars on my route. Do you like these, the Lada? Let's have a look inside. Now obviously I'm not an immigration officer, so I can't promise if you do this then you're going to receive residency. But if there's only a certain amount of spaces allocated for residency each kind of intake, then it stands to reason that if you speak Russian, you've lived in Russia for a while, you've got property in Russia, then that's going to make you stand out over other people that are just applying for residency and they're renting probably. I mean, that stands to reason that that would be the case. Obviously I don't know for sure, but if you're showing that, look, I've moved to Russia, I've got property in Russia, I want to stay here, these are my plans, this is what I intend to do, then surely that would make sense, that that would be ideal criteria for somebody who should be given residency, right? Do you have these in your part of the world? I think when this house was probably built, the owner was pretty loaded, and then something must have happened, and now it looks like a horror film, really does. So here we've got a well. Have you ever used a well like this? Look, where you'd have to open the hatch and put a bucket down to fill up water. Russia is the land of contrasts. Next door to that house we've got these two. I apologise if it's windy. Going to take a walk down to the lake, which is soon, after a month or so, going to be rammed with people every day. So look, somebody had a few too many beers and they forgot to take the actual barbecue home with them, the mangal. So on this sign here it says about social distancing, and it says, look, if you're going to be hanging around by the lake, then you need to keep your distance from each other. 1.5 meters away from each other. Wow, I guess this is a COVID thing. And I see evidence of more barbecues. I think yesterday might have been a interesting day here at the lake. In Russia, volleyball is really popular, especially in summer on the beach. And here we've got a volleyball court, and it's even floodlit, look, with a nice bench that someone's put there. How nice is that? Guess that's for the referee. Or this pisses me off a bit. Why? You know, it's a nice area to come and chill out. Why throw your rubbish there? Now you might think this is weird. It says no swimming, but we've got a lake for swimming. And that's just because swimming is banned unless there's a lifeguard here and they have a area specially kind of like boarded off for swimming where it's not dangerous, I guess. We've got a few wild toadstools here, and over there, that's where the lifeguard would sit in his little bunker. And it looks like they're gonna have to do a little bit of cleaning before the summer starts because there's a bit of rubbish here. But I've been swimming here a few times. Check out this little pathway leading to the person's house. That's really nice, isn't it? You put the tyres either side. Wow, this for me is like a horror movie, really. I like minimalism, so this kind of like really gets to me, even though they've got a nice little kind of stream going there. The amount of stuff they have in the garden is absolutely crazy. Look at that. I know Russians don't like to throw stuff away, but blimey. Okay, so the next part of this video I'm going to show you, because so many people have been getting it wrong. I've seen other YouTubers also create a video on this topic and get it just murder it. So this is the way that you're going to be able to see any house price in Russia, basically, to do research, whether it's just general research or on a specific area or house that you want to buy. So I want you to open the Chrome browser, and I'll tell you why in a second. And then I want you to just put in this avito.ru. Sometimes it asks me for a capture. Luckily it's not today. And one of the great things about the Chrome browser, I don't know about the other browsers, but you have this that pops up about translating to English. So I've got it there, translated to English. There we go. There we go, we're in English. So then we can go over here. So if you know your location that you want to search, you can go here and change the location. But let's say you're looking at house prices. So you go to real estate, click on real estate. Now some things are going to be in Russian. Okay, you see how here it's even come back to Russian. So some of the placeholders are in Russian, which can be annoying, but there you go, real estate in Vladimir. So I'm searching Vladimir. So you come over to this first one, it says Kvartira. Now that's a placeholder, so it's in Russian, but if you click on it, it's going to show the different options you've got in English. So we're going to pick house, dacha and cottage. Now dacha is a place that Russians go to relax in. Maybe allotments is that old kind of style of Russian house. So we're clicking house, dacha and cottage. Here is the placeholder. It says kupit, which means buy. But you click on it and you can see buy or take off. It's translated like word for word in English, which means to rent, to take. Okay, so you can pick rent, which is take off, or buy. The object type. I'm going to select house, country house, which is dacha again, and cottage. And then you can pick the number of square feet from what to what, and you can pick the price from what to what. You also got lots of other filters that you can choose if you want. Here we go. There's the size, the distance from the town, the amount of floors, the land category. Now, typically the best type of land category for building a house is individual housing construction. The other ones you can build houses on, but there might be limitations. The best type, if you're just going for a typical house that you want to buy, then I'd stick with individual housing construction. They give the most rights to the builder. Then the gardening one is more of an allotment one. The Dacha non-for-profit, again, I'd just ignore that. And then obviously if you're looking to do a farm, then click the farming one. Again, with the sellers, I'd leave it, it doesn't matter. It's easier to go with a private rather than an agency, but again, it doesn't really matter that much. What else have we got here now? Okay, so repair means at what stage is the interior done? So required is with full remont. Cosmetic means kind of clean interior without anything really done to it. Then Euro remont is a style called Euro style. It's a bit of a weird one. It's kind of like an old saying we have here in Russia, and then designer, but I'll just leave it just blank for now. So you can get an option, get an idea kind of all the different types. Then communications here. What communications are on the land? Do you want gas connected? Do you want electricity connected? Some of them will have gas nearby, but not perhaps connected. So we'll go further down. We can say if we want a swimming pool, bath, sauna, you can choose the type of material. Now, if you know the area of the house that you're looking for, say you're looking for a particular region, right, and you know the area and you know it on the map, then you can click on the map and it's going to show you a map with a plan of the houses that you've selected. But if you don't know the area, it's best just to keep it in list form. So let's just get rid of this for a second. There you go. You can have that choice again on the map or just show the ads. And I'm just going to show, look, it's 1,000 ads. So let's just click on it, wait for it to do its thing. Again, you can click here. It's in Russian. Oh, there you go. It's changed to English. Show ads on the map. I'm not going to do that. The next thing I'd recommend to do is just go to sorting. Here we go. It was in Russian for a second, but then it's just changed back to English, and we go for cheapest first, so cheaper. And then it's going to show us a list of the houses. And look at this one. This is the cheapest, 50,000 rubles. Look at this. Would you fancy living in this? 11 meter square plot of land, or 11 meter square house and a plot of 2 acres for 50,000 rubles. Now, obviously, you're not going to be able to live in that thing. But let's look down and see what else we've got. Is there anything? Typically, I'd say at around 5 million rubles, you're going to start to see houses that are kind of maybe made by panels similar to the types of housing building in America, in like Levittown, you know, these very thin panel houses. You're going to start to see some of those that are kind of livable. I mean, you're going to see a lot of houses that are half built as well, half built. Okay, so let's make a search. Now, if you go to the side here, you've got that whole search area just here on the left. So let's go to the price. Now, it's price per meter square or just price. Let's put in here, let's put in here 5 million. Now, 5 million in today's money is about what? $50,000, right? So $50,000, we've got 500 ads, and this is just Vladimir region, right? And so let's look at the type of houses you've got available. This is okay. I mean, it's not incredible. Sometimes it takes a second to get back to English. But I'm sure we're going to find, now often you'll find pictures of houses that haven't actually been built yet. And they're just companies that are basically saying we can build this house if you find a plot of land. So here we go. This is an okay house, although it's a bit small, 56 meters. I'm not going to go with that one. Let's see what else is on offer. Again, 56 meters. So here's one that's okay, 101 meter squares. Now I think it's probably going to be without any interior. Keep scrolling while I'm waiting for that other one to open. You see here's another half-built one. You're going to get a few half-built ones. Here's one for 93 meters. And actually, in actual fact, they've got two adverts with two different people. One says agency on it here, and the other one says, I think it's just a normal person. And here we've got another house, look, 102 meters. Let's open that one in another page as well. So let's go and check these two out. So look, this house, I'm guessing if it doesn't show pictures of the interior, then chances are there's no interior made. And it could be the fact that the house hasn't actually been built itself. So have a look at this. Now I'm thinking this is going to be the same. Although the house itself might have been built, there's going to be no interior. This is the kind of thing, look, you can get for about 5 million rubles. This one here, I know for a fact, has no interior, but I'll just show you anyway. Aha, so this is an example of something which is just a typical advert for something that doesn't actually exist yet. So here you go. Here's a house that I was telling you about. And I've actually seen this house before, another company that builds it. And as you can see, there is no interior with it. But this is what you get. It's got the floor plan and it's showing you what you get, and everything's in, well, just without any interior whatsoever. And this is the plan as to what it will look like. And you can contact them and they'll have someone that can do the interior for you, or whatever price, you know, different price needs depending on your need. And this one itself is actually on a gated community from what I can remember. And so this one here is actually an example of a house that doesn't actually exist, but the company will build it for you to these specifications, and they'll build it all. That's what it's going to look like. Look, they'll build it all for 5,793 rubles, which is about I don't know, less than £50,000, isn't it? $55,000. So it's not bad. Obviously, you need to get the land yourself, but you can use this site for virtually anything to do with Russia at all, anything at all. As long as you're using the Chrome browser, then you can use it and it will translate it to English. You can look at jobs, real estate, auto, pretty much everything. And it's really incredible. So let's say you wanted to, I don't know, let's say you just wanted to purchase a plot of land. So you just go over to real estate again. Now you can pick your area if you want to, or you can just put for the whole of Russia. It's completely up to you as to what you do. I'm in Vladimir, so it says Vladimir, right? So let's look real estate again. So again, this Kvartira, it says here, but you just want to click on it and you can choose, look, land plot, land category. And so again, if you're going to just be building a house yourself, then this is settlements. This is individual settlements, and it's also going to have settlements that are gated communities. Just click on that. And then you can select your price, select your size, but they're just, or you can show on the map if you know Vladimir and you know your way around, or just show the list. And it's just as simple as that. It's the easiest site to use. Now sometimes every now and again it will show in Russian, but that's just the placeholder. Just click on it and it'll give you the option. And here you can see all the types of land that is available. Now a lot of people ask me, how much does it cost to rent a house in Russia, Sam? How much does it cost to rent a house? Well, there you go. This is your site. This is a site. Click on here, real estate. And then we're just going to go to renting, and we're going to find property for rent in Vladimir. So we go here. Let's look at apartments. So where are we with apartments? Oh, we're already on apartment. Okay, then we go from here. It says Kupit, but just click on it by take off, to rent, to take. Okay, then we've got the choice, daily or long term. We're going to click long term. You can select the number of rooms you want. Let's just say there's a couple of your 2 rooms we're going to put. And then show the ads. We've got 157 ads. And now you can check out the prices in Vladimir to rent. Let's find a nice one. This one's a little bit out of town. Hence the price, 8,100 rubles. Now let's have a look at this. So look, 12,000 rubles a month. 12,000 rubles a month. That's pretty incredible. The prices, imagine 12,000 rubles a month. That's like $120 for the month, right? Let's have a look at that. We'll open that in another window and let's have a look at another kind of nicer one maybe. You can hear any kind of scraping going on. That is my cat eating a yogurt. Let's see what else have we got. This one looks a lot nicer, 35, but still only $350 a month. So let's open just those 3. Okay, so here we are, 2-room apartment. You've got a video there that you can play. A lot of them will have videos. This is very basic. It's probably going to be Khrushchevka, a house that was built under Khrushchev, the president, and it's going to be a panel house on the outside. There's going to be no lift, I'm guessing. But pretty basic. $120 a month. The next one, a little bit more expensive, $280 a month. Let's have a look. Very spacious, although the interior design sometimes is a bit shocking. This will probably be classed as Euro Remont, by the way. And let's have a look at the next one. This is a bit nicer design, $350 a month. And you can just use this site just to get an idea of the house prices and for rent and buying land or anything like that in Russia. Now, if you actually are interested in purchasing a house, then I suggest you go to my site, samhyland.com, and actually request a call with me. The site will be live on the 20th, so in 11 days time, if you're watching this video today, and you can book a call with me and I can point you in the right direction of a company that can help you with the process to make sure that everything's safe and secure when you're doing it. One of the next questions is going to be, how do you get money to Russia? How do you get money to Russia in order to actually purchase property? And that's a video that I've got already made that's going to be coming in a couple of days time, so make sure you watch that. But as long as you've got the Chrome browser, it will allow you to translate all the pages, and it's going to be really, really simple. And if you do see every now and again on this site that goes to Russian, that's just typically the placeholder. Give it a second, it'll change back to English, and there you go.